In this video, I'm going to show you how an individual training session should look like and also how a weekly schedule should look like. So this is very, very important stuff. What up, champions? This is a very, very important video. So in this video, I'm going to save you guys a whole lot of time, and I'm going to show you how everybody, all the athletes on the Sky Mentorship train and why they achieve more in 6 months than they did in the past 2 years. If we're talking about monthly schedule and a yearly schedule, all of that stuff comes at the end of the video, so make sure to pay close attention. In the end, I'll give you out those secrets as well. But yeah, let's focus a little bit more on calisthenics, considering that's what most of you guys train. So in order to get good at calisthenics, there are 2 patterns that we need to get good at. So it's pull and then it's press. And in order for us to be good at pulling or to be good at pressing, we need to do it a couple of times per week. And that's actually the best way to do it. It's a couple of times per week. So twice per week. Write this shit down. You want to be good at planche, train it twice a week. You want to be good at handstand push-ups, twice a week. So anything strength related, 1-arm chin-up, muscle-ups, about twice per week, guys. So here there's also a possibility that some of you actually might like better, and it's 3 times per week. But this actually means that the volume of the training session has to be shorter. That's very, very important. So this is actually the schedule that I used for athletes who are doing strength training to get better at their own sport. So I'm using this schedule because I'm doing very low volume, because I'm training boxing and I'm training MMA every day. So then I can't afford to do a hardcore pulling session and to do more volume, because then the next day I'm sore as shit, so I can't do my boxing. But if the goal is strength, or if the goal is calisthenics, upper body strength, then twice per week is actually the best option. So I'm just gonna explain this one. Twice per week works. You can't work any better than this. And there's lesser chance of an injury because you can afford to do a little bit more and spend a bit more time on the weak links in the kinetic chain, which is a very, very important concept, which with leg training is not so present. So upper body strength training, a bit more complex due to the shoulder being the most complex joint in the human body. Therefore, we gotta do a little bit more work. So this is how we're gonna go about it. So we're gonna do pressing first, then we're gonna do pulling on Tuesday, Wednesday, hopefully for the love of God, legs. And then again, we repeat press and we repeat pull, and hopefully one more leg session, or on that leg day you can do handstands as well. You can take care of your mobility work, blah, 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 blah. But the most important thing regarding strength training is doing pressing about twice per week. If you're working 3 times a week, that means you got press, pull, and then again press. So you got only 1 day to recover, which means the volume has to be very low. So I'm literally doing 3 sets of 5 squats. On Monday, I do pulling and pressing and legs, both on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But again, for everybody training for strength, make it separately. This is the best way to go about it, because that way you can focus, you can put in a bit more volume, and volume is the key if you want to get big and fucking strong. Why pressing before pulling? That's also a very interesting detail, is because pulling is gonna freaking exhaust your lat. And lat is a very important muscle to maintain depression. So that's why if you do pulling on the first day, you're doing a whole bunch of pulling, the next day your lats are going to be extremely fatigued. And when the lat is extremely fatigued, something like the overhead pressing suddenly becomes more difficult. And also because you've been working on pulling, you have the next day, all the pulling muscles are a bit tight if you did a good job. So that's why pressing first, then pulling. All right, so now let's go into the session. So we use about 3 to 5 exercises. We do about 3 to 5 sets. We rest, if you're advanced, 5 minutes. If you're a beginner, even 3 to 5 minutes. So 3 to 5 is a good number to have in mind. And regarding the exercises and the number of reps, I usually like to diversify a little bit. So first session, we go a little bit heavier. The second 2 sessions, we go a little bit lighter. That way you just can keep up that consistent progress from week to week, and it works much, much better. So on the first exercise, 5 reps or less. So let's again do the 3 to 5 reps, especially on the first exercise, very, very important. And then the later exercises for scapular connection, for strengthening the elbows and prepare them for the iron cross or the planche. For that stuff, you can use a little bit more reps, so even 6 to 8 reps on the other exercises. Let's go into the session specifically, so starting with military press. Boom, we go for 3 to 5 sets, 3 to 5 reps. Then we go on to the next exercise. What could that be? So let's say you're practicing on the planche or working on the handstand push-up. You want to strengthen your anterior delta. You want to strengthen the scapular connection. You want to strengthen the serratus anterior. So the best way would be to go with some pseudo planche push-ups or protracted push-ups. And then it is very specific to what you want to achieve later on. So if it's something like the handstand push-up, I would actually finish with anterior deltoid press or pike push-ups, going 3 sets of 6 or something like that to build a little bit more volume. So here we have some options, either pike push-ups or it's just protracted push-up, PP, double P. So you could go with something like supine Maltese press, so where you lie down on your back and move your arms from this to this position, strengthen the bicep, prepare the elbows and everything. So that would be the pressing session. Do quality reps and make sure you improve from week to week. So first session a little bit harder, and then the second pressing session you go about 10, 15, maybe even 20% lighter than right here. So you should do a lighter session. Why? So the adaptation happens, and the next week on that first session you can press more weight. That's getting stronger. And people often confuse, people think training makes you stronger. If training would make you stronger, then you would do push-ups and you would do more push-ups and you would suddenly get stronger during the session. But that doesn't really happen, right? So you're either stronger the next day or the day after that. So when you recover. So training plus recovery equals the adaptation of getting stronger. Just training doesn't make you stronger. If that would be a fact, I would do fucking 2,000 push-ups every day and then I would just get stronger. That doesn't happen. So you need to train, you need to recover. That's how you get stronger. Then we have pulling session, starting with what? What's going to be the first one? So weighted pull. Whether it's pronated or supinated or neutral grip, I don't really care. Use the one that feels good. Use it for extended periods of time. Get stronger in it. Use it for 3 to 6 months. Once you've reached your limit, change the grip. But weighted pull. Then again, something for the scapular connection. Perfect pull-up. Again, supinated grip with the elbow right here is going to work the lat a little bit more. So you're going to pull a bit more in this plane, retract it, great work for the lat. And then the perfect pull-up, pronated a little bit wider, is going to work a different angle. So you're going to work your upper back a little bit more. You could do scapular pull-ups. You could do some front lever work, whether it's from inverted hang, lowering down, coming back up. So some front lever work, some straight arm pulling is going to work fantastic to improve your pulling strength. And then for the finish, the usual rows and slash curls. We have a student right now, 63 years of age, Robin, and he actually had troubles with the bicep. He was feeling the bicep right here. Then I asked him a very simple question: did you ever do bicep curls in your life? And he was, no. So then we're like, okay, well, maybe it would be a good thing, to try some bicep curls to condition the bicep, right? Makes some sense, right? And he also wasn't doing some chin-ups, so the bicep was getting very little stimulants. And bicep is the primary flexor of your elbow, so it should be stronger than brachialis and brachioradialis. Again, just doing some bicep curls for literally 2 weeks. He just did some kettlebell bicep curls, single arm, 12 reps. Right now, his shoulder feels much better. So you gotta do some curls. You gotta do some curls. And this is what you really gotta be careful of is this. The first exercise of the training session. Why? Because that's where you need the most fresh, that's when the central nervous system is relaxed, and that's where there's ability to pull more weight. So you really gotta make sure on this first pressing and pulling session, you are always strong, you're always well rested. It's a good day. Even though it's a shit day, make it a good day. So this is always a good day. This is a priority. You should get stronger from week to fucking week. Very, very important. Okay, this is a lot of juice, guys, but this is the most important stuff that took me 15 years of training and training other people to achieve. Yes, there are some different variables that we need to take into consideration and focus a bit more on your specific weak link, but this is the simplest way I can explain to you. If you do this, you'll have enough time to recover. You can do a little bit more volume, pay some close attention to the weak links in the kinetic chains and strengthen your scapular connection, which will also strengthen your overall pressing and your overall pulling. And yeah, I told you I have some secret stuff for you guys, so make sure to click the link right here below the video and you can join our Facebook group, and there you also have kind of the extended version of how to train on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, and how to train for strength. So if you want to learn how to get more progress in the next 6 months than did in the past 2 years, like people in the mentorship, then make sure to train like folks in the mentorship. So click the link right here below the video and join our fantastic Facebook group. That's it. Thank you for your time. I hope you learned something. And remember, you're a champion. Boom.